Menu narration option is set to off.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Panthers' second-year running back. There's a lot to like from his showing last week. Well over 100 yards in a pair of scores. It's the Panthers and the Niners. And it's all up next on EA Sports.
The Carolina Rains have arrived as we're inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From the 10. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold was one of the big-time early-season stories of last year, leading Carolina to a 3-0 start with some really good play. Only one win the rest of the way, however. Not quite the change of scenery boost the Panthers hoped for after getting him from the Jets. You have to think in his 5th season, he will need to play some of the best ball of his career to remain as a starter for Carolina.
And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A check on the numbers last week for Hubbard. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Off of play action, Darnold under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Fielded at the 20. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And he'll get this to the 32.
Holding, offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. After the sack on 1st down, Lance. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Turn to their nickel set Working from the gun. Lance trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a play fake. Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And Lance going to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Niners in a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0-4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Ooh, with a juke. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll roll him out right. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket. Beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. Meanwhile, Darnold throw complete there to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw, Darnold. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he coughed it up. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunately, he was on the spot. He's only got left to prevent the first down.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Lance. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On play action, Lance sliding out of the pocket. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Down inside the 10. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play call. He just ran that nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in a running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. From the gun on third down, Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Danny Gray, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On first down, Darnold. He gets it to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, it's Darnold. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 5 yards remain on second down. Now Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
He's going to look deep for more, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So, message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Lance. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. Shotgun now for Lance. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Play action, now it's Lance. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Darnold completes it. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold for Marshall. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Darnold now to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Nick Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, it's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, that looked to be good the whole way. That is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here at the 20. They'll begin this series with a give to Hubbard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Darnold. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Here's Johnny Hekker now. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. It's taken to the 26. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. He's got it to the 43 here. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here's Lance. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Back to throw, Darnold. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Now it's Darnold. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Darnold. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And he's got it. And he's brought down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation, move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Kind of a strange ballgame, Charles. We did not have a single point by either team after half. Really a defensive clinic by both sides in half number 2.
Wasn't that just beautiful to watch? Come on, man. Come over to the dark side with me. Wasn't that fun to see these defenses holding sway, right? Making sure they're controlling the game in the second half? It lets you know that you've got to score points when you can. You never know when offenses might go a little bit dry, and you need those points from earlier.
So for the 49ers, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta